Listen, Parker family, this is your girl, Christal Jordan, editor-in-chief, and I am here on location in my favorite city. Actually, well, we're in Atlanta. We're on the outskirts of Atlanta, here in College Park at Code 44, and I am here to have a little girl talk. I know we love culture conversations, but there's so many reality shows happening and so much, things that women need to talk about. And so we're going to do a little girl talk today. My guest is one of the beauties from Bravo and Peacock's King's Court. Steph she actually was born in the DMV area, but she is an Atlanta peach currently, along with myself.
Yes,
she is a model, a videographer, and like I said, we got a chance to get to know her a little bit on King's Court. Welcome, Steph.
Hey, everybody. What's going on? Hey.
So, first of all, thank you so much for being here and joining me today at
Absolutely.
Code 44.
We'll talk to that.
Yes, cheers to that. I'll take a little sip. Before we get into King's Court, I had a conversation with a young lady a couple of weeks ago, and she was in her 30s, and she said, for our generation, I do feel like going on a reality show is a potential way, is a viable way to potentially find your king or that one, right? Your soulmate. So I'm wondering, when you signed up for the show, what were you thinking this could really potentially lead me to my person?
So let me tell you how this happened.
Okay.
I saw the casting for it, and
What did the casting say?
looking for successful women
Okay.
for a celebrity dating show.
Okay.
And, I'm like, okay, I feel like I fit the bill. I have a celebrity hair extensions brand, that would be deemed successful, depending on who you ask.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, you know what? I think I might pass on it, right?
Yeah.
And then I saw the casting show up again like a month and a half later. And I'm like, I don't know. And then 2 weeks later, saw it came up again. We're still looking for people. And I'm just like, you know what? Let me just, what's the worst that could happen except no?
Okay.
I submitted to it. And then they were like, oh, like, we really like what we see. We want to talk to you. Had that talk and sit down with Bravo. They really enjoyed my energy and all my attributes, my characteristics, my personality. And sure enough, I got that call like, hey, you're on the show. And I'm like, wasn't on my bingo card, wasn't on my journey.
Right.
But you know what? I'm not going to argue it. That's what God wanted for me. So who am I to contest that?
Let me ask you this. So when you saw it with a celebrity bachelor, right?
Right.
Do you think, because you are a model, and I know you have a celebrity hair care brand, or celebrity hair brand, where you do hair extensions, and you've worked with a lot of celebrities in the past. Are your thoughts that it would be a good look to date a celebrity, or do you think you actually would fall in love with one? Like, what is the difference? Because I would always think like dating a celebrity has got to be very difficult, just in my opinion. But I think a lot of people think that could be a lot of fun. It could be something that would be a good fit for them.
Well, for me, working indirectly or directly with celebrities and their hair teams, you pretty much already come equipped with the etiquette on how to conduct yourself as a working professional.
Right.
And for me, I don't get intimidated easily. So I felt like I could handle it, especially because we're in that same universe, in that same industry. So I know what that entails.
Okay.
We see the comments out there, especially Michael B. Jordan, for example.
Because I have gotten Steph to admit to me offline,
and I was so scared. I was like, you know what? we're gonna ball. We gonna ball.
She actually has a huge crush on Michael B. Jordan. So
it's ridiculous.
So yeah. So a celebrity is not something that you would pull away from. Let me ask you about just your relationships up until now. You're dating, you're in Atlanta, right, from DMV. What are some of the experiences that you've had with dating up until now?
For me, I'm more of a quality versus quantity kind of girl. I'm not one who really subscribes to rosters. People would probably look from the outside looking in like, girl, she's capping, she's lying. No, I can't subscribe to it. For me, I feel like it's overwhelming to juggle a bunch of different men and, trying to coordinate time, schedule. That's too much for me. I'd rather put my time into one man and actually getting to genuinely know that person, his likes, his dislikes, his triggers, his background, and also see how we're compatible on several different areas of life. So That's my C's. That's how I get down.
So give me like your last ex, the real last serious ex prior to joining the show. What happened with that, and what did you learn like from that relationship?
So I have not been in a relationship since 2021.
Okay.
My last relationship was actually with my kid's father.
Okay.
I do have 3 children for the
You have
record.
3 children.
I have
Okay.
3.
How old are they?
They're 15, 13, and 6.
Okay. With the teenage children, you do not look like you have teenage children. Okay.
No,
Okay.
I get that a lot. Yes.
So that was a long term.
It was
That was
a
like
really
the
long
love of your
term.
life before now. I mean,
I wouldn't.
You know,
It was a lesson.
it was a lesson.
It was
How long
the
were you guys
lesson of
together?
the lesson of my life.
How long were you guys together?
We were together definitely more than 10 years.
Okay, so that was-
I overextended my time for sure.
I'm not mad. We've all been.
We
known
live
to
and
do
we
that.
learn for sure. Because for me, I grew up with parents who who were together my entire childhood. I grew up in 2-parent households. My grandparents were together up until death, and as well as my paternal parents as well. So I grew up seeing togetherness, and that's what I wanted for my family.
Yeah.
Despite of what was going on,
Mhm.
but sometimes it's just like you can only do but so much.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
we learn.
you have to very diplomatically throw in a towel and just like, hey, this is what I wanted for my children. I wanted to grow up and see togetherness, but when 2 can't come together and it's more one-sided, then but I definitely I pray for that one day to have a family again.
That. I believe that you can have that if you want that. So you have 3 children. So I think that makes dating a little different because you can't just date someone that wouldn't be
and I've run into that. I've run into that quite a lot, and it's definitely made me hesitant with dating overall because it's you're perfect, you're this, you're that, you check off all the boxes, but those kids, and it's just like
then he's a no.
It's like
then it's a no.
It's like, chat, am I cooked? Like but there are some men who don't mind that. My children are very great children, and I make this as a joke, but I'm really serious when I say it at the same time. I feel like I hit the kid lottery. My kids are amazing children. They're gifted, they're talented. I never have to put them on punishment.
That sounds like you're doing a good job. Because I think kids are a result of what has been put into them, right? So whatever you put into them,
I pour into them.
You're gonna get out.
So nurturing. Oh my gosh, that's like my nature.
Yeah.
Just nurturing any of their passions that they're into, whether it be, they're in bands, so they're, alto,
Musically
saxophone, trombone, piano.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So okay, before we get back to the show, what did your children? Because you have teenagers. Teenagers have opinions.
Yes, they do.
What did your teenagers think about you going on the show?
They were super excited. They've known about me. They were anticipating me being on the show for almost a year.
Okay.
I told them, like, when we were in the beginning stages of like, they liked me, they might pick me. So I took them along my journey.
Okay.
And in that journey, I am a believer in education, and teachable moments. So I let them know, hey, your mom is going from being in the background, playing the background, and working indirectly or directly with celebrities, and now stepping frontline now. And, there's going to be cameras on mom, there's going to be a lot of people to see mom. They're going to have their opinions, whether it be good or bad. Your mother is very resilient. She's heard worse, right?
Yeah.
And just kind of formulating their psychology and their self-esteem, because anything that affects me is going to affect them.
Absolutely.
So I think education was really important in that regard, and guiding them through. And then they're cool as a cucumber now. Like, they're super excited. Like, oh my gosh, mom, I see you on TV. I see you do the basketball thing. So it was cool. It was a really good transition.
Okay.
Yeah.
So dating after coming out of a long-term relationship has to be a little bit different, right? Than probably when you went in. Because if you were in it for 10 years, there's a switch in just the culture, the dating culture.
It was like getting out of jail.
That's a good thing. So you were excited.
And scared, because now we're not young adults anymore. Other men in my regard have gone through experiences, whether good or bad, a lot of it being bad.
Yeah.
And you're kind of having to deal with the aftermath of that. So while I see that they are inherently good men, there are some things that, need to be addressed. And, I wish you love, and we can be cool, absolutely. So I don't, demonize like, oh, like, I had one bad experience with one guy.
Mhm.
That means that,
Right.
the next guy is and I'm going to make everybody pay for it, because that's just not how I operate.
Mhm.
I come in love, and if I have to leave with love, then, I'll leave.
Right.
But
I come and I'm willing to leave.
yeah,
Both in love. I love that.
yeah.
I love that. So obviously you probably weren't, you said you like to date kind of one at a time. You don't want a roster. That you just don't like someone that really wants a real serious, you want a substantial relationship.
And someone that'll kind of reciprocate that same energy too, because I know that women do outnumber men, so men do have their options, as we have seen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But if I can just,
But the one
hit
for
the button.
you will be for you.
Oh, absolutely,
He will
100%.
know. He will
Yeah.
he will get that. So our girl Steph is on. She goes on to this journey. Do you have any idea of who the celebrities are that are going to be, at the end of this opportunity? What are you thinking in your head when you first get the yes?
Well, I don't expect anyone to be busting down my DMs immediately. I'm very realistic with mine. But, if there is someone watching, Michael B. Jordan. If they're watching, just know I come with intention.
Mhm.
I think intention is very important. Emotional awareness and intelligence is super important, because I think that kind of encompasses communication and understanding, critical thinking, and problem solving.
All those things.
So all the things that are conducive to a successful relationship, marriage.
Right.
So,
When you got the yes from the show,
yeah.
did you know who could? Did you have any idea, like, maybe it's this person?
I was
because we're in Atlanta, so I would just say I did not expect. I know the show was shot here. I did not expect the pickings to be as good as they were. Who did you think? Who did you think in your head?
I'm not gonna lie. I was like, the first thing I thought was, I was like, respectfully, please don't let it be Iman Shumpert, because I said I love Tiana Taylor so much. I love her so bad. I want to be her friend so bad. I was like, please don't let it be him. I was like, Ray J, no, like, I love you, but like, please don't, just wondering who it could be.
Yeah. I definitely think I would have thought of Ray J. I definitely would have thought of Ray J, because we know that Ray J is
he's local,
streets.
he's here.
He's in these streets. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So you didn't want Ray J. I didn't think of Iman, but he probably, Tiana's out here living her best life with Aaron, Pierre.
Doing fab.
Jesus Christ.
Doing fab.
Lord Jesus. And bless her. Blessings to her.
10s across the board. 10s across the board for Tiana.
So Ray J, anybody else that you thought could be at the end of this, at the end of that
all
life?
I could think of was someone who was a professional athlete, or that was, I definitely had my hunch on that, because they were super interested in, like, oh, you play basketball. I'm like,
okay.
Could it be like Matt Barnes, or what was his name? He was a Laker, and I don't know why I'm drawing a blank, but I see his face, because he does remind me of Chris Brown in the face a little bit, but I think people know who I'm talking about.
Okay.
I thought
a Laker that resembles Chris Brown would
Shannon Brown.
Oh, that used to be married to. Okay.
Yeah. Shannon Brown.
Okay.
I might have thought it been him. Just kind of, pulling.
Yeah.
As far as actors, I couldn't even tell you who.
Yeah. I would say this. The casting directors with King's Court did a great job, and I watched Queen's Court, so I was thinking of reality stars. I was not thinking of like Tyson Beckford, Carlos,
that was
or Titus.
Not on my
and kudos to them for getting Titus from the WWE, because we don't see a lot of WWE stars in like mainstream pop culture stuff. So I was totally blown away. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back from this break, and we're going to get into what happened to Steph when she was at the house, when she actually was introduced to the Kings, and they were able to get a little bit of a taste of her skills on the basketball court. Stay right there.
Yes,
we're going to be right back with Steph.
They sure
we're going to talk all about her experience on Kings Court. This is Christal Jordan. This is Girl Talk on Lenox and Parker. We'll be right back. We are back with Girl Talk here on Lenox and Parker, and I'm sitting down having a conversation here with my girl Steph. She is on the current season of King's Court. Actually, we just said goodbye to her this past Sunday. You just bid your farewell.
I did.
Bid your farewell. The Kings decided that you were not their queen.
No.
But let's start at the beginning, when you're introduced to the guys. that first scene on the second episode where you and
Mhm.
another group of ladies,
Yeah.
there was a first group of ladies that were introduced to them first, and you were in the
Mhm.
second group. What's going through your mind when you see Carlos? Because you play basketball, so I'm assuming you knew who Carlos was.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. Duke
Tyson,
University's finest.
And I did look at some old footage of Carlos. Yeah.
That man was a beast.
He was. And then Tyson Beckford, we all know as a model,
Yeah.
you knew who he was.
Absolutely.
Did you know who Titus was?
I actually did not.
Did you?
I
Okay.
had to, so later on, after that mixer, I had to go and do some research. I'm
Yeah.
like, who is this? And why does he remind me of my uncle? Yeah, so.
Titus was typecast
Yeah.
as Steph's uncle
Yeah,
in her head. So
Yeah, I quickly had to, I was like, oh, it's like, that's uncle right there. That's uncle right there. But yeah, I was very surprised. I mostly was surprised, honestly, to see Tyson Beckford. I
Yeah.
was like, what? What's your fine ass doing on here?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean?
right.
So
Kudos
was
to the
surprising.
casting because they
Yeah.
did not. They gave the women the eye candy that they wanted. So
They
know,
did.
the people are definitely going to tune in to see that. Because I don't think of any other male supermodel besides Tyson.
Exactly. That's the first person that comes to mind for me
Yeah,
every single time for the last, 30 years of my life?
forever, just forever.
Yes.
So what do you thought? Who are you attracted to? Obviously, it's not Uncle because Titus has been typecast as Uncle. But obviously you're attracted to Tyson,
Naturally.
who is not. Carlos, how do you feel about Carlos? Knowing
Carlos-
his background from basketball.
I think just that alone, because we had that in common, I felt like that there was already like that common ground
Okay.
and that level of chemistry where, okay, we could start out as friends and I could, grow to like you for sure.
Mhm.
So that was a really great experience to just say, okay, well, even though all of you guys are bald,
Because you don't like balls.
I don't like
What
bald
do you
men.
have against bald men? I will say
don't.
this. I'm going to admit, I'm not really into the bald ones either. No disrespect to,
No
our
disrespect.
amazing
Because
nature.
Boris Kojo, fine. Tyrese, fine. I actually assisted a friend of mine, a videographer friend of mine,
Mhm.
working with Tyrese for a special project of his.
Mhm.
Very kind man.
Mhm.
Tyrese is absolutely amazing. But fine. Respectfully.
Right now, my personal crush, Denzel Washington, is bald. I'm not quite sure what's happening with that, or even if that's important to this conversation. But I just had to sneak Denzel in.
Yeah.
But no, so you're not really into the bald men.
No, like, give me some, low cut season with the deep waves, a
Not
ponytail,
the
locks,
bars, yes.
cornrows, just variety. Like,
Yeah.
the whole board was, it was given, like, almost like Neapolitan ice cream. You needed the chocolate, the vanilla. Tyson was a strawberry, for sure. But, yeah.
The scoop.
Yeah.
The scoop.
The
Well,
scoop for
I
sure.
think when you deal with gentlemen of a particular age, a lot of them tend to lose their hair.
They do.
Yeah.
They do.
So you really want a younger man, or a man that has been able to retain his hair.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. If they have their preferences, we can have ours as well.
That's
what
true.
this is about with Girl Talk.
That's
We can have our
absolutely true.
preferences.
But I'm not gonna lie, I do find that younger men definitely do approach me a lot because I don't look. I'm 37 now.
Okay.
I don't look 37.
Right.
I avoid college campuses for that reason.
You're not into the YNs.
I'm not into the young men, nah. And they don't care. They're so brazen. They're like, I don't care. I'm like, sir, we are at two totally different points in our lives.
Yeah.
Thank you, but no, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So let's get back to the show. So we had a chance to see your skills on the basketball court. And because I'm an avid watcher of the show, I was like, okay, Steph, actually, she is doing her thing.
Yeah.
She is doing her thing. You enjoy basketball. You can tell
I
you
do.
came alive.
Once I found out it was a basketball challenge, I said, say less. I'm just going to sit here, just look cute, and just wait for my moment.
Right.
And then boom, handles. And I really wanted to keep it light for the show. I didn't want to go too hard.
Yeah.
You know how I do at LA Fitness.
I can tell, like, you've got the moves, like, you know how to play. You know your way around the basketball court.
And what's crazy is I never really played for a team. I think I only played in, like, middle school.
Okay.
But other than that, I was, running around with the boys. It's mostly boys in my family. So I was just, hooping with the boys and their friends and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And that's pretty much.
So playing with Carlos, that had to be really cool to actually,
It was super cool, like shooting around with him and stuff like
Yeah.
that. It was really, really fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So once the games are over, you guys go back to the house
Mm-hmm.
where the rest of the ladies are. We know that Carlos, for one, is already booed up.
Oh, very much
sure.
so. I peeped that straight out the gate, and I said, you know what? That's cool. You
Yeah.
you be right over there with that. I'll be right over here.
And where was right over here with Mr. Beckford?
Mr. Beckford, canoodling, being flirty, and being cute, and dancing with each other like we Bobby and Whitney. It was.
And we didn't see that.
Fun. We did
Talk
not.
to us about, because I will say this. We don't see Tyson really doing a lot of interacting with a lot of the girls. We see certain girls. We see Felicia.
Yeah.
We see Sada.
Yeah.
We see now Jennifer, obviously.
Yes,
but we didn't really get a chance to see Tyson interacting with a lot of the girls. And I think a lot of the audience assumed that he wasn't really giving as much attention to other women in the house. So can you talk about the fun that you had with Tyson?
My experience with Tyson. So what was it? Episode 2, I think we all go into the house, and I'm like arm in arm with him. I'm holding my basketball, right? And that was it was really a good time with him. He was very interactive, asking us questions and stuff like that. And he was very hospitable, very nurturing. Something that they didn't show when it came to getting the food for the house. He was very hands-on with that. Very hands-on when it came to cleaning and stuff, cleaning with him and whatnot. Okay. Yeah, he a very domestic man.
Let us find out that Tyson does more than just look good.
Yes, he definitely does more than just look good for sure.
Okay.
And he likes to dance. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute, hold up. We got something here, because so I have this thing where I just really enjoy dancing. So think Chris Brown, Sierra, Aaliyah. Just think of those Michael Jackson, think of those types of dancing. That's me. And once I seen how Tyson was getting down, I said,
so Tyson can actually dance.
Yeah, he can dance. We need
to see a Chris Brown challenge. I'm ready to see.
I actually just learned the latest one.
I'm ready to see Tyson do the.
I just learned the latest one.
Yeah, I'm ready to see that.
So, that was a really cute moment that I wish that they showed. Just very high on life. Very jovial. A comedian, low key.
Okay.
Definitely
I hate that
funny.
we didn't get to see that side of Tyson. What we see is the dry erase board and all the many names, and him really struggling to handle all the women in the house. So I want to ask you, how did you feel when Tyson decided to manage his admirers with the slots on the dry erase board?
When I tell y'all, America, that gagged me so bad. That gagged me so bad. He wrote out that list.
Okay.
I did see some people, oh my gosh, I can't believe the girls, signed up for that list. I didn't sign up for nothing.
So he wrote the list and they had to sign
wrote the list out.
Okay.
Yeah, he wrote the list out and put in the time slots.
Oh.
And I'm like, you know what? If he leaning with it, I guess I'm a rock with it. You know what I'm saying? So it was, I wish they showed more of that.
You signed up for a slot? You signed up for a slot?
He put us on slots.
Oh, he put you guys.
He put us on.
You had to check it off, I confirm this is my slot.
I didn't check off a thing.
Okay.
I wasn't doing that.
But he did put your name on his.
He did
on his board.
He did. He definitely did that. And I say, you know what? Okay, I'll sit and talk to you, because I haven't, after that second episode, I really didn't have too much of a chance, because all the ladies started chasing Tyson, and I'm like,
well, it seemed like you could correct me if I'm wrong. It seemed like Carlos was kind of booed up. Right?
100%.
And again, I think that means he's genuine. So he actually was like,
Absolutely.
I'm just here to really find
you
my
like
queen.
who you like.
You like who you like. His pupils actually dilated when he saw her. That first episode,
I caught that.
She had that red dress on, and I was like, when a man likes a woman like that, leave it alone.
I've seen that look.
You can't
before.
win. Yeah. I mean, we all have had that look, and when you get that look, then that's for you. If a man does that for someone else, leave him alone. Leave him alone. He's not for you.
Yeah.
But so I don't understand why the critics are so upset with Carlos for picking, because that's just what he wants. And then it seems like Titus has a very specific type of woman that he's looking for. Mm-hmm. Do you think the women in the house felt like he was? I mean, it seems like you have to be extremely intelligent and maybe a little physically not aggressive. I don't want to say aggressive, but just very physically fit.
Yeah.
And very very intellectually inclined.
Oh, very much so. And I want to say that's what attracted Tyson to me at first. First of all, I think he is physically attracted to slender women, model-esque women, of course, and my bit of assertiveness, if you will, because as we've seen, I was like, okay, everyone's being a little too coy and let me sauce it up a little bit. And I came over there with the grapes. Everyone kept saying strawberries, so yeah, it was grapes. Came over there with the grapes. I'm like, Tyson, Here you go. And he's like, ooh, he's like,
Yeah.
okay, Aquarius woman. I'm like, yeah, Aquarius women are nurturing. Like, don't get it twisted. You know, we get the rap that, oh, we're not emotional, blah, blah. I wear my heart on my sleeve. I'm a very emotional girl.
Okay. And that heart wanted Tyson at that moment. So you went over and got your man.
I did.
Okay.
I
Not
did.
mad at that.
I let it be known.
Yes, you
I
did.
absolutely let it be known. And then he went to go feed the other girls the grapes. Oh, hold on, wait. I ain't not all that tight. Hold up. The grapes were for you.
Right.
Not everybody else.
Not everybody else.
You know,
But he just
swag.
seems like he's trying so hard to appease everybody else.
Yeah, I understand, because I'm a little bit of a people pleaser. I get it. You know, you want everyone to be happy.
Yeah. I like that about him. So before, I don't want us to run out of time. So you ended up at the elimination dinner, and Carlos said that he felt like you guys had homie vibes. I didn't realize you guys actually were from the same area.
Yeah.
So you did honestly have that type of
dynamic.
And then the basketball. So you guys did have that dynamic.
We absolutely had that dynamic. Just a lot of conversation. So episode 3, we were in the golf cart. Now I'm driving a golf cart. We had a long conversation, like just way longer than what was actually shown.
Right.
And I was making him laugh like the entire time. That's one thing that I did on the show, is make Carlos laugh a lot. So
he seems like a very nice guy.
Yeah, super nice, super genuine, very, very kind. So definitely made him laugh a lot with the whole, he was like, so how's dating been going for you? I'm like, terrible. Like you laughing, but I'm serious. But yeah.
I do have to ask this question, and this is only because our viewers have demanded that I ask this question.
All right.
Some ladies have suggested that Carlos may have hips. And I'm just wondering if you detected any hips on Carlos. And if he did, it's okay. We all have flaws. But just saying, the women on social media are suggesting that Carlos may, and Carlos is so tall. I think tall people, their bodies are like...
I was getting ready to touch on that. I don't think he has hips.
Okay, so Steph says...
I've been in close quarters with that. He doesn't have childbearing hips, y'all.
So we can let go.
Be nice.
Ladies, Carlos does not have childbearing
And I'm not
hips.
saying that because we're actually cool in real life, but he doesn't have hips. I think it's just because he's so tall.
He is tall.
Everything on him is large. Legs,
Amplified,
arms... torso, everything is large, so things are gonna look a bit exaggerated compared to a man who's 6 feet tall, like Tyson, or 5'10". So
absolutely,
it's gonna look absolutely different, and you'll find a lot of NBA players do have very similar stature. So
I agree.
That man ain't got no childbearing hips.
He ain't got no hips. Okay, let that go. Let that go. What was your biggest takeaway? What did you learn from the show? Because I think, especially in dating of any type, hopefully we always learn something, and it makes us a better person. So what did you learn about the show that you will take with you as you move forward in dating? And hopefully Michael B. Jordan will be open to hearing and meeting you. But what are you taking with you that you learned about yourself from the show?
One thing that I learned about myself about this show is that when it comes to competition, which ultimately that's what that show was. Right. It was a competition, and I'm very well aware of what I signed up to do. I don't like competition. I know what I come with. I know what I bring to the table in several different ways, and more than just, relationships. When it comes to hobbies and that nature, I found that, I know this is so superficial and so surface level, I hate dart throwing.
You hate what?
Dart throwing.
Dart throwing,
yeah.
Okay. You did good though, right?
I did horrible.
You did, okay.
No darts.
You don't want to go on any
darts for dating.
Okay.
No. Now, axe throwing might have been a different story.
Would you have done the jump out of the plane?
I wanted to do that.
Really?
I'm like, Tyson, what about me? Yeah. I want to jump out of a plane.
Wow.
So yeah,
so you are into the
adventurous,
extreme,
for sure.
Okay.
I definitely would like to, maybe travel to different places and experience the culture there, and whatnot.
For later dates down the
later
road.
dates, for the man that wants to take me seriously. Michael B. Jordan. Okay, let me stop.
It seems like she's pretty locked in on that.
I am, right. My delusion is diluting right now.
No, it's not. Hey, you never know. But first of all, we want to thank you for hanging out with us today, and it's great to get a chance to get to know you a little better. I want to make sure that before we let you go, we make sure that our viewers get a chance to follow you on social, and then also to get some of this EXO hair that you are selling as well.
Look,
let people know how they can get the hair and how they can follow you on social media.
Okay, everybody. So I am the CEO and founder of XOXO Virgin Hair. I have served your favorite A-list celebrities such as Taraji P. Henson, Solange, Mary J. Blige, Normani, Doja Cat, and many more iconic women that you all know and love. And it has been my mission to make women not only look good, but feel good about themselves. And that's why I came with a problem-solving product for not only just the industry, but for women like you, the hard-working woman like you that, can't afford to spend, $1,200 on hair and then it's like trash in like 2 or 3 months, whereas you can keep the hair for 5 years. For example, this hair on my head is 6 years old.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm all about longevity, and people getting the best for their investments.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So,
6 years that's great for.
that's really good.
'Cause
I have
I
some.
believe I was throwing it out like every couple of months.
We don't. Not my girls. My girls, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
So, definitely check me out at XOXO Virgin Hair, and just see what's going on over there because it's a vibe.
Okay.
It's definitely a vibe.
It's a vibe. Well, it has been a vibe chatting with you. I have enjoyed this. I don't have anything to toast.
Me neither, and
it's okay. It is okay. We have enjoyed this. This has been our first edition of Girl Talk. If you've enjoyed this, make sure you go to nilixandparker.com for more with Steph and our next exciting guest coming up. You don't want to miss that. Make sure you're subscribed. This has been your host, Christal Jordan. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll see you guys next time.